Hi artists, it's Miss Coon, and today we're going to create a work of art that has an example of symmetry and asymmetry within the work. We're also going to review warm colors and cool color themes. Our I can statement for today is I can use symmetry and asymmetry in my art making process. So we're going to take a second to find out what those words mean. Symmetry is defined as a shape that has exactly similar parts that are facing each other around an axis. So usually there's a line of symmetry that goes straight down the middle, and the side that's on the left is almost a mirror image of what's on the right. So if you folded it in the middle, it would match. Asymmetry is defined as a lack of equal parts. So there's no line of symmetry on the one on the right. So if the line that comes down the middle, if I folded it in half, the left side and the right side wouldn't mirror each other or match. So in symmetry, it matches if you fold it in half, and in asymmetry, it does not. And then quickly I want to review warm colors and cool colors. Those are color themes. Warm colors are colors that make you think of things that are hot, like the sun or fire, so that's red, orange, and yellow. And cool colors are colors that make you think of things that are cool, like a swimming pool or a cold winter's day. So that would be blue, green, and purple. So first I want to talk about the supplies that you'll need to complete this project. You need a large white sheet of paper and then some scrap paper. It doesn't have to be white, but any paper you have will do. You need a pencil, a permanent marker, a pair of scissors, and then something to add color with. And today you could choose if you wanted to use markers or crayons. It's just up to you. So I'm going to start by selecting an object for my art, and it needs to have symmetry. That means that it has a line of symmetry through the center and it's even on both sides if I fold it in half. So the best way to make sure that you do that is to take your scrap sheet of paper, fold it in half, and then draw half of the object that you want. I'm going to draw a butterfly, so I'm going to start with my butterfly's head, the body, and then the wings. Okay, and so it has a line of symmetry where the fold is, so if I keep it folded and cut my shape, it's going to be exactly symmetrical. You don't have to draw a butterfly. You can draw something else if you'd like, and after I finish this demo, I'll give you a few other ideas super quickly. So I have a symmetrical butterfly shape. It mirrors itself exactly. It's exactly the same from the line of symmetry. I'll put this one to the side, and I'll do a few more examples to give you some more ideas. Okay, so now I'm ready to work on my large sheet of paper. I made 4 different stencil shapes that are symmetrical. I have my butterfly, a leaf, a tiger face, and a fish. And I could use any of these. I'm going to choose to use my butterfly, so I'm going to put the others to the side and take my butterfly stencil, and it's perfectly symmetrical with the line of symmetry down the middle and 2 sides that mirror each other. And I'm going to place it on my large paper and trace it with my pencil. And it doesn't matter where you trace it on your paper. Our goal is to trace at least 3, but you could do more if you're able to fit more on your paper. So then I'm going to turn it a different direction. It's still a symmetrical shape, even if it's going a different direction, and I'm going to trace it. And then I'm going to fit one more, and if it needs to go off of your paper just a little bit, that's fine. Mine's a little bit big. And I think that 3 or more, just depending how big your symmetrical shape is. So I've got 3. Now, my object in my picture is a symmetrical shape. I have a butterfly, so it has a line of symmetry and it mirrors each other. When I divide my paper in a minute, I want to use asymmetry, something that's not perfectly divided. So an example of this is asymmetrical lines that are coming straight through the center, and if I folded my paper on any of these lines, it would match up. But I don't want it to do that. I want it to be asymmetrical, which means they're just kind of crazy and they're not balanced. So I'm going to add some lines that go through my paper, and you can do them anywhere you want. We just don't want them to be balanced. Maybe one more. Okay, so I have asymmetrical lines that are dividing my paper. Maybe one more up here. Let's see. There. Okay, and now I've divided it with asymmetrical lines on my symmetrical objects. And my next step will be to outline it with Sharpie. So I've outlined my pencil lines with Sharpie, and I got off of my line a little bit, so you might have noticed that I went back in and erased and touched up a few little spots. My next step is I'm going to add color, and remember you can use either crayons or markers, whichever you'd prefer. I'm going to use crayons, and I want to follow a color theme rule. So my objects, my symmetrical objects, are going to be warm colors only, and my background will be cool colors only. But you could do the opposite. Like if you did the fish, for example, and you wanted your fish to be cool colors and your background to be warm colors, that's fine. Remember, warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. So that's, let's see, these are warm. And since pink is a tint of red, you could use pink too. And your cool colors are greens, blues, and purples. Even if the value of the color is a little bit different, it will still count as a cool color or a warm color. So I'm going to take a second and I'm going to add color to my picture. So I finished adding color. I used warm colors, which were reds, orange, yellows, and pinks for my symmetrical object. That was my butterfly. And I used cool colors, which were blues, purples, and greens for my background, where it was divided with the asymmetrical lines. One thing I forgot to mention is that I changed colors every time I crossed a line. So if the line divided the butterfly, I changed my warm color. That's not something that you have to do, but I do think it makes your artwork look a little bit more advanced. I cannot wait to see what you create. When you finished your art, I would love to see what you made. So you can share a photo of your art in the comments below this video, or you can email it to Miss Kuhn at amkuhn@auburnschools.org. Thanks. Bye.